and welcome to All About the Bass. I'm Nathan.
I'm Lee.
Yes!
Hey!
Hey! Yeah, hey! And look at that, that was our Fretless Fantasy.
Fretless Fantasy.
Because, you know, this is especially for all you rock bass players, because we get all these comments saying, man, these dudes are, you know, they're fairies, man, they don't play with a pick and they don't dig in. So this is just for you, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fretless Special.
Fretless Specials.
Dude, what are we doing today?
We are looking at the new version 2 Sire Fretlesses.
Woo!
So, yeah, you recently had a look with Dave from the store.
D-Dog.
D-Dog.
Yeah,
He's a
Dave.
legend. Looking at like the range in sort of an overview. Now we want to just have a little look in a bit more detail at what they've updated in these models as well. So,
okay.
It's very similar to what you've been through, but we thought we'd just touch on all the fretlesses, see what options we got through, and yeah, just sort of compare some sounds and stuff. And this is a good one straight away, because you're between the M and the V series, you've got a little bit more switching options on these than you do on here.
Obviously we're going to have different sounds. So we've got the humbuckers, a fatter sound.
Bumhuckers.
You'd imagine.
Yes.
And you've got the jazz bass sound.
Bumhuckers. Anyway.
You digress.
I do.
So, all right. So, what are the different models then?
You have. I mean, there's a couple here that we don't have as well. So you start the range normally with the V7 Alder 4 and 5 strings, and the V7 Swampash 4s and 5s.
Right.
So they're your standard kind of flagship models for the main range.
What are they? What's that? Jazz bass? Is it?
The V7s, yeah, absolutely, yeah. So that's the jazz shape.
Okay.
So it's like this.
Yes.
This one is the V7 Swampash in the metallic red. Swampash models will have the maple neck with them. So if you want a little bit more brightness, it's something that's not always seen too much now with maple. And we touched on it before when we covered these. Sire are the ones that kind of bring back the fretless maple boards.
Right.
Used to be a Fender thing for I mean, mostly the 70s.
Okay. I'm not a fretless aficionado, so I shall bow to your superior knowledge.
Well, so superior. Yeah, I mean, I know a little bit, but yeah, that was the 70s. But it was like no lines, nothing as well. It was just one slab of maple, and you just got a. Yes.
Jacko, for instance, he was a rosewood dude, wasn't he?
Rosewood board, yeah, rosewood board. But then, yeah, he just took took the frets out, didn't he? And just made a fretless himself.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what you're kind of looking from. So it starts from around here, so all around the kind of £500 mark, depending if you're going to go for like a 4-string or a 5-string.
Right. There's not a massive difference in price between the two, is there? 4 and 5?
There's not. You're looking about sort of 60 quid, 70 quid generally. But check out the site. There's so many that we haven't got here as well.
Right.
All the different colour options and things you'd need. And then we have the M7. So they do the what you got there, man. Same kind of thing. So you got alder and ash versions, both with maple tops. So this
is obviously a very modern kind of bass, right? That's the idea. They've gone for a sort of modern shape, and you know, obviously the different pickups.
Absolutely, and
it still works though in a fretless. I'm really surprised.
Yeah,
you know, because
absolutely.
You know, I was doing a little bit of slappity before.
Slappity.
And normally on a fretless that kind of doesn't really work at all. But actually on this it does, because you've got the active preamp, whack a little treble up, bit of bottom end on it, and it's quite effective.
It cuts through. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, because normally you get that kind of horrible dead kind of thud when you're trying to pop against a fretless, didn't you? But that was sounding great. And equally, that's the one thing they do have sort of all upgraded pickups. So one of the new features for these version 2s, they've upgraded the pickups across the range, just tweaked them slightly just to hone them a little bit from where the version 1s were. Okay. Apart from that, you've got rolled fretboard edges.
Okay.
Edges.
Right. Yes. This is something I learnt on our last outing.
Yes, all hand-rolled edges. Again, for a feature that you don't normally find below the sort of
reasonably priced.
Yeah, like American Fenders, they do it. They pay that attention to spend a bit more time rolling the fretboard edges, but on a 500 quid bass, you can get the same thing. Wow. And equally, they've addressed the neck finishing. So on most of these, you'll find it's all satin finish necks now.
I'm very happy about that, because I'm a big fan of the satin finish neck.
I am too.
You know what I mean? The older, the gloss lacquer thing, I find it very sticky.
Yeah, you can kind of. I think it depends on where. What base or what brand it is, because some of the glosses, like Sire's gloss actually, that was on and is still on some of the version 2s, but some of the version 1s, it's still quite comfortable. I mean, I haven't played a full gig with one of those to see if it does start to really, you know, clam up a little bit.
Well, I understand historically, obviously, you know, it's a thing, and you know, I get it. But personally, I just much prefer a satin finish neck.
Exactly, and they start to wear in after a while. Anyway, satin necks will start to gloss up naturally from being worn down. You know, so you kind of get that extra smoothness after a while, anyway, don't you? So. But yeah, so that's what you're looking at. And one of them to mention here is the only difference where you've got this Heritage 3 preamp that we've talked about before as well, this Marcus Miller designed preamp.
Yes,
across
everything.
The board. Yeah. Across the board. Right. You get it on every model. Yeah. But one thing that your one has there that this one doesn't, man, is you've got the splitting options for the pickups.
Obviously, because we have different pickups that have different options. So yeah, we've got different voicings for the pickups. We've got a little 3-way switch there. And a 3-way switch there, which I guess is 1 per pickup.
Exactly.
And then you can have, obviously, full fat, single coil, out of phase.
Yeah, semi-skimmed.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
Soya, non-dairy.
Yeah.
Almond. You name it. And at the back there's like a PJ.
There is a PJ, yes. So
precision jet.
Precision jet.
Let me grab
it. Would you mind?
I don't mind.
Thank you.
I'm good like that.
Oh, I know. So this is a P7 Swamp Ash 5-string. So again, it's got the maple board because it's using Swamp Ash in the body. But you'll find the Swamp Ash finishes tend to have the translucent look to it, so you can see the ash coming through.
Yeah, that's nice too.
See a little bit of ash instead of the alder, which is a little bit boring when you paint a bit of alder. But absolutely, so you've got the PJ set up in these, like the version 1s, but again, they've all tweaked these pickups just slightly, just to improve them slightly from the first ones. Rolled edges again, and these new satin finishes. So, and they're not too much more than the version 1s. There's been a touch of a price increase, you know, just a little bit to increase this, but I mean, they're still the most affordable bass for the quality, I think, you know, as we've
well, for me, it's, you know, the basses are beautifully made and they play really nicely. But the selling point is the preamp, because they just sound great out of the box.
Yeah, absolutely.
They do, you know. I've got one. I gig with one. And, you know, it's amazing. You turn up with the basses and the guys are going, wow, that's amazing. Oh. You know, what's your amp? You know, immediately it's the first thing you go, what amp have you got? And you go, well, it's just flat, it's DI'd, you know, it's just the bass, you're hearing the bass.
All the magic's coming from here.
It is.
This is it.
Here, actually.
But, yeah.
It's not 12.
Half and half. Yeah. Half and half. Me and, no, not for you. Just for anyone. It's all in the fingers. It is, it's right. It is all in the fingers.
It's not.
But this helps.
It's all in here, it's all in here. Yeah, cool, all right.
And then this one, this little beauty, so this is the top of the range when you get to the V9. Right. And what they start doing here is put a proper maple cap on the jazz bass shape. So you've got, proper maple top on here. This is a veneer that you're seeing, but it's actually a maple cap under here. Right. But again, rolled edges, same preamp. And one thing to mention as well, they're using ebony across the board now.
That's right,
The pun, but instead of across
See
the
what
board.
you did. Nice one, little joke there.
Yeah, a little gear joke there.
Well, that's interesting. Ebony. Well, isn't that funny though? That ebony now is more available than rosewood, apparently.
It seems to be the way where just avoiding the those CITES issues that you may find at the moment. Right. This model actually always had ebony. It was like being the top of the range, always had ebony on it. But yeah, you'll find through the rest of the range now that they've gone to that instead of rosewood.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, shall we? For anyone out there who hasn't seen before, should we demonstrate this beautiful preamp?
I think that's a very good idea. Yeah. Do you want to? You have a play. I'll have a fiddle about with the preamp, and then we'll go through some of the tones, eh?
Wicked. Sounds good. Right, we're starting back pickup on active.
No, I think passive.
Passive.
Let's have passive.
Go on then.
Back pickup.
Back pickup.
Yeah, let's. I've got to remember what everything does.
I've got to remember how to play.
We've got. Come around this way a little bit.
I'm going to scoot.
So we've got a volume and then an overall tone.
Overall tone.
Which works passive or active.
Yep.
And then we've got that's your pickup selector.
Yep.
So that's there's a little centre click there for both, and then you've got back or front and a mix between the two. Mm-hmm. And then you've got your active treble, middle. Frequency there and your bottom end.
Bottom end.
So which way up is passive on this?
Up is passive. Up is active. Sorry, mate. So yeah.
So we'll start off there, and back pickup. Oh, I'll start with the tone off because this is your classic fretless, your Jacko sound. Back pickup, tone off.
Yeah, ignoring the little EQ down here.
Yeah. Well, that's not even on. So
this is just the pickups. Okay.
Hit me. beautiful.
Yeah,
Now,
man.
there is a palette of tones.
Palette
you see.
tone.
There
Yeah.
you go. So
Plethora.
we went through everything there. So we went through both pickups individually and together on passive, and then turn the active on, and then we did the same thing. And yeah, you've got about every tone you want there.
Yeah, that low, when you were highlighting the low mids as well, and that comes through along with the bass, that big, lovely bottom end that comes in.
Yeah, nice, huh?
Gorgeous.
Oh,
yeah, so these new Sire X pickups, doing the job.
Yeah.
So we have, it's probably worth having a look at the M7, because that's probably going to be the most different one, man, as well.
What, tonally?
Yeah, just because you've got that, the humbuckers and some more splitting options. So maybe we just go through this.
What, do you want to do the same thing? Have a little play and you go, or do you just want to talk about it?
Well, no, let's do it. You play, man, and I'll play with the switching options. Just to let you know what we're playing through as well today. We've got Nathan's going through the AG 700 Aguilar head and a little 112 cab, and I think I've got the Microtube 700. Oh no, 900 Microtube Dark Class 900 and Dark Class cab as well. So,
but you're hearing basically the DI signal, so the amp is kind of not really doing anything tonally. You're just hearing the bass.
Yeah.
This is just for us to hear it in the room. So yeah.
Sounds gorgeous. Right
then.
Let's do it. What?
What are you going to start on then?
Okay. So what have we got? So
Passive.
it's passive.
Passive. Back. Tone off.
Back. Tone off. And I've got all that nice there.
Yep. He's a pick with the fretless. Hang on, let's try.
Oh, I got it. Man,
so there you go. You can slap it. You can use a pick with it. You can
finger
play
it
all out of tune. All those things.
All of those.
That's my USB. It's playing out of tune. It's my thing. I love it.
Oh man, there's so much in there. They're really, because you've even got, say, obviously 3 selections for each pickup. So you can do, especially with using both pickups at the same time, you've got those both down, both in the middle, or both at the top. Yeah. In those different splitting options, or you can mix it up. So you've got one that's down on the bottom selection, one's in parallel, for example, one's in series. So
my head's spinning.
It's so much
with the options.
Yeah, so much you can do with them. So, and as I say, this is a little bit different than your standard sort of jazzes and P-bass shapes they do, because they do add that maple top as well, so it gives a little bit more.
Plays very nicely. I will say that. I'll just add that it's got a really nice slim neck too, and it's it's lovely. Easy to play.
And this is going to be a slightly slimmer profile than a standard 4-string V7, more the traditional sort of profiles, isn't it? So
yeah, very nice, very nice. Oh, also look, we have got 24 frets. I mean, I didn't bother going up here because you don't want to hear me playing a fretless up here; it would be a disaster. But you really have got the full. Yeah, this is where it gets difficult though. Oh, see.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Quite nice, eh?
Oh, it's in tune.
After about a minute, yeah. So yeah, lovely. Look at that. You get right up the dusty end.
Absolutely.
And you whittle away to your heart's content.
Yep. Whittle away. Well, I'll tell you what, let me give you some prices, right? So
give me some prices.
So we'll go for what I've got here. So like, check out the site, guys. So there's tons of colour options and swamp ash or alder or 4s or 5s or whatever you need. But to go through what's here, so Nathan's got, say, the M7 4-string alder, like this, in the transparent blue, which is $599. I was playing, say, the V9 4-string alder with the maple top. This one's $581. Bear with me. So we've got M7, but this is the swamp ash version, so exactly the same as you got there, man. But this is swamp ash body instead of alder, and it's a 5-string, which puts it up to $769. So it's one of the higher priced ones.
Higher price ones, yeah.
We got the standard V7 Swamp Ash 5-string, which is $583, and you've got the P7 at the back there with the 5-string, and that is an ash body, so puts it up a little bit more as well, but that's $662. So, say between 500 and 750, something like that.
Okay, and of the models that we don't have today, so for instance, like a 4-string, what's the sort of cheapest 4-string fretless you're going to be able to get?
You're looking about $480, around that sort of price, yeah. Okay. So that'll be an alder V7 4-string, so yeah, around that sort of $480 price, $450, $480.
Cool.
So yeah, not too much. And again, for what is in it, it's the preamp is so usable. Say, as you said, man, using it live, and you've got so much options there, so many options there. Or if anyone just wants to get into fretless and just have a really reliable instrument that they can just play around with and find your particular sound with.
Do they just have an interest? Do they still do is it the V3? Is that right?
The V3, yeah. So the V3 and the M2 are the kind of the starting range. Starting two basses. Those? They are indeed. Now I'm not too sure they've released fretless versions yet.
Okay.
Of those, but I'm sure they may come around at some point. But
watch this space.
Watch this bass.
When they do. You'll know all about it.
Yeah, you will do. But yeah, so this is it. So we're looking to just see what you guys are thinking. We're having a lot of people coming through that are loads of interest in these version 2s at the moment, and really just giving it a go, see if they say these upgrades are worth it. And a lot of people are saying
just when you think Sire can get any better, it's got better.
They go and drop this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, as usual, come down the store if you can. Check them out online. Subscribe below. Please, it'd be lovely. And come and see us next time. We'll probably grab another set next time, so on the Sires, to see what the other version 2s are doing, maybe the left-handeds. Yeah, well, they're doing it's such a great range, that's the thing, isn't it? There's something for everybody. It's huge. In the Sire range. Something for everybody, shall we? Shall we show everyone before we go? What? Something for everyone. Oh, yeah, do you want to get that out quickly? We're going off topic a little bit. It's still a Sire. Oh. But Sire have made Nathan his own bass. It's true. Woo! It's true, because Kyle, the guy who owns Sire, very kindly said, what would you like?
you know, in a bass, and I said, well, 24 frets would be great.
Yeah.
And, you know, a bit of a flatter radius neck and a bit more of a D shape on the thing. And then there it is.
And this turned up.
So there you go.
So this is completely out of the standard V7 range. So the V7s, they don't do 24 frets normally. And you see where it's obviously the neck's going a little bit further as the body, slightly smaller scratch plate to compensate. But this is really interesting, you know, and you're absolutely loving this, mate, at the moment.
Well, it's a beautiful thing, and I'll be interested, because I'm sure there's probably other people out there who would be interested in, you know, something like this. So if you are, listen, you know, leave some comments and let us know what you think.
Let us know.
Because I'm sure, you know, if there's enough interest, I'm sure Carl will be happy to knock some out, you know.
We'll do a batch. This is exactly what it is, yeah. If there's enough people out there, say, if you're interested in a 24-fret jazz-style Sire that, say, isn't available at the moment in this range, we can do it for you. So give us a shout if you're interested, and we'll get on it. But yeah, something for everyone is exactly right. And yeah, and that something was Nathan's new squeeze.
Yeah, so there you go. Very nice too. Thank you very much, Kyle. That's very kind of you.
Too right.
Yeah, all right. Well, I think that about wraps this up.
Absolutely.
So there you go. Sire Fretless, Things of Beauty.
Yes.
Come and check them out.
Come on down.
And I've been Nathan.
I've been Lee.
This has been All About the Bass. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
Will do.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ra.